Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to Conquering Mountains event. I am so excited to see everyone here today because you are a part of the history. You know what? It's not my notes. See, I told you I don't follow the notes. About 2 years ago, I held my very first event here. It was just maybe 5 or 6 people. Just because I started believing in myself and that I can make a difference in people's lives. So I started from scratch, not knowing what I do. And today, first time ever, we have a men's event with some women in it too, on relationships. I'm just thankful for everyone who came, the former speakers we have here. We have family who came to support our speakers. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You're in for a treat because today we're going to hear an extraordinary stories of men who overcame horrible obstacles in their lives, who have amazing transformation and a great heart behind what they do right now in their lives. We're also going to hear about keys to a better relationships from Eric Miller, who is a human behavioral coach, to finish our strong tonight, okay? Because we do need help with relationships. I'm first one. Okay, we do. You know, it's a big, big problem in most families. The more people I talk to, the more roots to divorces I see. It's because of the relationships, because of the stuff that people bring into the marriage that was never resolved before the marriage, okay? So let me tell you who I am a little bit. I'm Olga Kuzmenko. I'm a life coach. I'm an event organizer, a motivational speaker, and I'm a founder of Extraordinary Purpose. Extraordinary Purpose is these kind of events that we bring to the community for the last 2 years. I believe that every single individual has a purpose in life and has a potential to live an extraordinary life. But too many people don't know that or don't believe that, just like I did not believe. So we settle for the ordinary life, mediocre life of just existence, of going with the flow, and we just underestimate the power of God within each one of us. We fall victims to circumstances and painful events in our lives, and we stay low till we pass to the other side. But there's hope. So 2 things you guys gonna get today from this kind of event. First thing that what I've noticed after doing these events for 2 years on passion, following your dreams, overcoming depression, suicide, finding your calling in life. 2 things that I found what happens after events like this. First thing is people who speak on the stage and other stages that we use, they get confidence and improve their leadership skills. And it gives them more ability to be more active in the world. Because first time they shared their story, most of them, they shared here. You know why? Because I find them. I find all the speakers who don't think they are speakers. I say, hey, you have a story. Why do you live your life this way? What's your why? And when I hear his why, the crap he overcame in his life, I say, can you share it? I don't want, I cannot afford Tony Robbins. I cannot afford all those famous speakers. But I find treasures in our community to share their story. And every one of you has a story. Or will have one after this event. Or we're all in the process of growth, right? It's a journey. Number 2, my dream is to bring community together. People from all walks of life, denominations, religions, color, ages are coming together and being inspired, empowered, and get practical tools from people who share their story. Okay? So after this event, guys, you're all friends. Okay? You're all friends. Nobody leaves this room just skipping out of there. Nobody. I want you guys to meet each other. I want either say hi to the speaker and say, hey, your story inspired me. Can we connect? Or I want you to share your story with someone. Hey, I had this in my life. Can I help you with something? Don't think that you struggle in life alone. Everybody that I meet goes through something, but too many people keep it inside, like Darren says. I was dying on the inside, but on the outside, I was pretending I've got it all together. How many men and women sometimes do that? So basically, I came to America at the age of 16, a few decades ago. I married at the age of 19, which is normal in my Slavic culture back then. I was at home, stay-at-home mom for 11 years. I have 6 children, ages 12 up to 24. I've been married now for 25 years. Life wasn't easy. I was around my people in my culture most of my life. I was reading same type of literature all my life. I was battling inner fears and frustrations. I felt low self-esteem and I had no self-worth. And not many people knew that. I was good at church. I would say, you know, I'm good when I meet somebody on the street. But on the inside, I was dying. And I did not know why I had depression. I did not know why I was frustrated. I did not know why I cried, why I yelled at my kids. I hated myself and I feel like I'm nothing, though I'm being a Christian, okay? But I learned to put a mask, I'm fine. But the time came in my life when I said, I don't want to be a victim anymore. And I don't want to wear a mask. I'm tired of being a hypocrite. Why do I live on this earth? Who am I? Why I'm here? You know, those are 2 most dangerous questions you can ask when you live your life. Because if you ask that question with your whole heart, your life will start changing. All of a sudden, it's not your husband, it's not your wife who causes you problem. It's not your father who abused you. All of a sudden, it's not your religion, not your culture, but because you're asking those questions, who am I, why I'm here, it causes you to ask the universe, God, to send people your way, to send situations your way, to send a magazine your way, to send a motivational video, like in my case, my way, to say, hey, you have a purpose. You have a calling. Do you know that you have treasure that is laying within you that you might not have yet discovered? When I heard those messages, like, I have something? But you know, when you start looking and seeking, you will get answers. But the thing is, you will have start taking action. The tricky thing with this, who am I and why I'm here, is then you become responsible for your life. It's not your wife that cheated on you. It's not your husband who beat you up. It's not your children who denied you. It's not your religion who called you a sinner. You're going to take responsibility for your life, and you're going to start changing the way you think. You're going to start believing that you are not your failures, you're not your limitations, you're not the titles that people put upon you. You are not the lies that you heard maybe from your religion, but you are that spiritual being that has a purpose in this life. And once you start living, like Darren said, life inside out, you become empowered. In my case, I started facing my greatest fear, a fear of people who are different than me. People who don't go to church, people who do drugs, people who sit on the bench sad in the park, people who are black, who are white, who are young, who are old. I faced my fear and I was trembling, but I knew I had to face my fear. I had to know what people are thinking, what are they going through. Up to that point, I was just in church, you know, meeting the same people all my life. I understood that coming up to people like Sam, coming up to people like Anna, who was sad in the park, coming up to people who have beer in their hands and a whole bunch of tattoos, coming up to people who are drugged up and asking their story, how are you? I would find out they're going through stuff that people don't understand them at home. They're going through stuff the church rejects them. They're going through stuff and people don't understand them and they feel all alone. The next question I ask God, what can I do? Guys, all of a sudden you see that, hey, it's not what's in it for me. What can I do? That's a third question. What can you do now? You already have something that you can do, like Gavin does. Everyone already overcame something little. They have something that they can do with whatever they have. What can I do? When you ask that question, somebody said, Olga, if you want to inspire people on a bigger scale, like join Toastmasters. I thought Toastmasters is where they teach you to make a toast for lunch. Like, I didn't know what Toastmasters was. But I had to take that step of faith. I Googled up Toastmasters. I came into that room full of business people and said, hi, I'm Olga. I want to inspire people one day. I have no education. I have a huge accent. I have 6 children. I have a part-time job. I want to inspire people. I want to tell them that they have potential, that they have a purpose in life. My son said, don't cry. That was my passion 2 years ago. And after 2 years of being in Toastmasters, Toastmasters became my family. They were the people who believed in me. They became my church. They were the people who encouraged me to go and take more steps out of my comfort zone, speaking, volunteering, and all my fear practically is gone. All the fear of people. Because I see that people are all the same. You look different, but you are all the same. We're all going through same things, similar things. We went through things, but for some reason we separate each other by our religion or color or orientation. We're all the same. So my passion right now, doing events like this in our community, is to bring you guys all together, to bring real people to share their stories of transformation. And so you guys can be inspired by them. Do they have it all together? Darren, do you have it all together?
Absolutely not.
No. Are you guys happy he's not perfect? Huh? Right? I'm not perfect either. I have some of my stuff. I can't tell you how to have a perfect marriage, but I can tell you how to overcome your fears. Because that's what I went through. I still have to work on other stuff. So you guys are going to be excited because these people are real. They went through my interview.